An international driving permit is a globally recognized document that translates your native driver's license information into multiple languages. It serves as proof that you hold a valid driver's license in your home country, making it easier to drive and rent vehicles when traveling abroad. The IDP is not a standalone license, but a supplementary document that complements your domestic license, providing a standardized format accepted in many countries. Obtaining an IDP is often a simple process and can be a crucial asset for hassle free and legal driving experiences in foreign destinations. Legal requirement. Many countries require foreign drivers to carry an international driving permit along with their domestic driver's license. It serves as a legally recognized translation of your license. Language barrier. The IDP includes translations of your license information into multiple languages. This is particularly useful if you encounter law enforcement or officials who may not understand the language on your domestic license. Car rental. If you plan to rent a car in a foreign country, many rental agencies require an international driving permit. It provides assurance to the rental company that you have a valid driver's license in your home country. Insurance coverage. Some insurance companies in foreign countries may require an international driving permit for coverage. Having the IDP can facilitate smoother processing of insurance claims in case of an accident. Traffic checkpoints. At border crossings and random traffic checkpoints, authorities may ask for both your domestic driver's license and an international driving permit. Having the IDP ensures you comply with local regulations. Emergency situations. In case of emergencies or accidents, an international driving permit can be crucial for communicating with local authorities and emergency services, especially if they do not speak your language. Consistent format. The IDP provides a standardized and recognized format for your driver's license information, making it easier for officials to quickly verify your driving credentials. Global recognition. The IDP is recognized by a large number of countries worldwide, making it a widely accepted form of identification for driving purposes. Peace of mind. Carrying an international driving permit provides peace of mind, knowing that you have taken the necessary steps to comply with local regulations and can navigate the driving situations in a foreign country more smoothly. Exclusive authority in the Philippines for issuing international driving permits is granted solely to the Automobile Association Philippines. Number one, all holders of a valid Philippine driver's license. And number two, foreigners who possess a valid passport and alien certificate of registration, or more commonly known as ACR. To apply for an IDP, you will need the following: original and photocopy of a valid Philippine driver's license, two pieces of 2 by 2 colored ID pictures with a white background. For foreigners, dual citizens, and permanent residents, you shall need the following: original passport, photocopies of relevant passport pages, and alien certificate of registration. In case of non-appearance, you will need an authorization letter and any valid ID of the representative. Processing fee shall be at 4,144. This is valid for 1 year. Yes. OFWs presenting a valid OFW ID and official receipt from POEA, including OWA membership fee or Overseas Employment Certificate, are entitled to a 10% discount on the IDP fee. The requirements and procedures for IDP renewal are the same as for new applications. The Geneva Convention is enacted in 1949. It establishes the framework for the IDP and outlines the categories of vehicle covered. Vienna Convention, meanwhile, is adopted in 1968. It updates and expands the regulations of the Geneva Convention, emphasizing the importance of mutual recognition among member countries. The Geneva Convention primarily covers countries in Europe, Africa, the Middle East, and some Asian countries. It recognizes two types of IDP models. Meanwhile, Vienna Convention applies to a broader geographical scope, including countries in Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Americas. It recognizes three types of IDP models. Countries such as Japan, France, Italy, and Belgium follow Geneva Convention. Meanwhile, countries such as United States, Canada, Australia, and most of the Asian countries follow the Vienna Convention. Many Vienna Convention countries recognize the Geneva Convention IDP. On the other hand, Vienna Convention is not universally accepted in Geneva Convention countries such as Japan. It's advisable to check specific country requirements. For IDP holders who wish to drive in Hong Kong, they may use the international driving permit if they are visitors to Hong Kong. Visitor means any person who arrives in the country other than to take up residence for a period exceeding 12 months. Vietnam, on the other hand, is a contracting party to the 1949 Convention on Road Traffic, but the local traffic law states that only the 1968 IDP is accepted. Club members and visitors have reported that the 1949 is accepted in practice. It has also been reported that the Vietnamese authorities require the list of contracting parties to be printed on the IDP and to include Vietnam. Only international driving permits issued by a signatory to the 1949 Geneva Convention, in conformity with the convention's provisions, are recognized as valid for driving in Japan. An IDP issued under other conventions or treaties, including the 1969 Vienna Convention, is invalid, even if issued by a signatory to the 1949 Geneva Convention. In addition, the following conditions must be satisfied. The international driving permit shall be valid for 1 year from the date of issue, and you will be allowed to drive with it for 1 year from your entry into Japan. If you are a registered resident in Japan, you must spend at least 3 consecutive months overseas prior to re entry. Please note that the same condition applies to individuals with a refugee travel document. In the event that you re enter Japan in less than 3 months after leaving the country, you are not allowed to drive with your international driving permit, even if it is a new one obtained during your stay outside Japan. The driver's license card is not laminated. With the exception of the embossed expiration date details, the personal information encoded on the driver's license card's surface should be flat. Look for the holographic LTO logo on the driver's license card. The issuance date of the card is situated below the picture. An image becomes visible on the card when exposed to ultraviolet light. The AAP benefits for an IDP holder are the same as those of a regular AAP member.